Welcome everybody! So in today's video we're going to be playing a little bit of an underrated fighting game, but a fighting game nonetheless. It's extremely cool. Has some elements that are in Tekken, some elements that are in other fighting games too, and it also has some pretty cool characters. We go through a little bit of the different things in it, just and play some of the characters and stuff like that. Oh, also this is the GameCube / Wii version, so it has an extra character that the other versions of it doesn't have, and that's Link. So if you're a Zelda guy or you're a Smash Bros dude like me, then they accurately designed them both to the video games of the Zelda series that they based that version of Link off of, and they also made him accurate how he plays in the Smash Bros games. So this is pretty cool. But this came out a little bit after Melee did, so that was a little while ago. But this was a game I played a lot as a kid, also Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. And I played this a lot when I used to also play Brawl, so. Then I got back into it recently, this year, and so it's been really cool. But yeah, we're going to try the survival mode first, where it's really easy fights, but each round they get harder. And then we're going to try like the arcade, and on top of that we're going to try like so maybe some story and some other stuff like that. And in a different video, I might play with a different person, but today I'm at my house, so I can't do that at the moment. So there's light attacks, which are forwards. Or no, there's forward attacks, which is the Y button. There's horizontal attacks, which is the A button. Block is the trigger, or is the B button. But you can also use the B button more offensively. If you lunge forward and block at the same time, you do what's called a parry if they strike you. See? Wait, no. Well, they have to. But if I land that, it's a parry. Then there's throws. There's horizontal throws and vertical throws. And they work the way the vertical attacks and horizontal attacks do. But they are what's called shield attack. So just like in Smash Bros, where you can press the attack button and the guard button at the same time to do a grab, or press the grab button, which is not a direct grab button in this game. So it's the trigger and the Y button, or it's the trigger and the A button at the same time, and you can do different grabs. If you aim up or down, they also do different versions of verticals. If you're in the air, you can also do different maneuvers and stuff like that. Combos go into the air, and combos also come out of the air. Then your C-stick is your specials. And so you can aim to C-stick certain directions to do special moves, like so, if I can not get hit by that whip, or like so. So that's the basic premise of the game's controls and stuff like that. Other than that, it's use a move and see if it hits. But yeah, this is one of my favorite fighting games. It's so good. And it's not even expensive. And it has better playing and stuff than most modern fighting games of the day. Oh, come here, bud. Come here. Yep, there we go. And yes, there is a such thing as a ring out, which is sort of one of the Smash Bros elements it has, is that if you hit someone hard enough with a horizontal or you throw them off the stage, they die, and it sort of acts like the way the blast zone does in Smash. And if you notice how it's sort of three-dimensional, how you sidestep, that's the Tekken element it has in the game. Oh. Let me see if I can showcase a different grab. There we go. Ooh, that's my favorite. So how survival mode is you fight 50 battles, but by the time you reach like battle 10, it gets really difficult. If you're not being careful, and then it progressively gets harder past that point. No. Oh, that was a clank. Our attacks at the same time, so they blocked each other. No, don't pair me. Shit, he's pairing really well. No! Oh, there we go. No, but there we go. Panicked a little bit. slip the no-no word. I try not to do that, but, you know, sometimes they slip. No, bud. Okay. And then, see, if you're kicking, you're using the X button to kick. Kicks are not really horizontal or vertical specifically. They are used as fast-paced moves for combo moves. So they're combo moves for your verticals and horizontals. And if you haven't figured it out yet, horizontals, they're called horizontals because they go sideways. But in doing that, if you sidestep, they hit you. So if you're moving forward, if your opponent's moving towards you, you use a vertical. If they're sidestepping you, you use a horizontal. Let's try the arcade. As much as I like Link, I'm going to try Mr. Rugi. Cassandra. Oh. In story mode, there's very specific circumstances they throw you in, like do a perfect, or throw them off the wall and all that other stuff, or do a knockout only, or survive the wind while fighting, all that other stuff. Oh man, Mitsurugi is so fun. Okay, this guy has a lot of range. He's the Ganondorf of this game. Bunch of range, bunch of power, but very slow. But his horizontals travel across everything. He can slam you off the map. So the best thing you can do for him is to get as close as possible at the immediate start, so you can prevent him from having the huge range advantage on you. I'm gonna finish it. There we go. No. Shoot. Okay. Okay, no. As you saw there, also if you move the C-stick and you're not using a special, there's specials in the C-stick. There's forward and back and down, and then there's up. And one of those, if I can't remember off the top of my head, is charge, where you flash green and you do a bunch of damage to your next following attack. Hi, bud. Nope. Okay. Some fights can last just a mere seconds. Like if you're on the ledge and you immediately do a side throw, you can win in like 2 or 3 seconds. But you have to be extremely fast to do that. Another thing that makes this game cool is, although I can't show it to you in this mode, to show it to you in the story mode, you can unlock more than 10 weapons for almost every character. And they each have their own interesting things that change up to how the character play. Some give increased range, or use stamina, which means health. Others do healing to your character, but do extremely little damage. And others create different combo potential based upon the range and length of the weapon, whether it's wide or it's straightly long. And kick that. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try and get close to the grab from here. No, I want to grab. Thank you. There we go. Cervantes. That's a Hispanic name. It's a cool one too. Okay, there we go. Oh! Shoo! Yeah. Oh. Yeah, see how much more damage it did when you charged it? Oh. Oh wait, I'm at that. Okay, I'm at the. No, damn. Alrighty. Alright. There we go. Pretty sure they lower the difficulty after you lose once, and that's normal for most arcades modes and fighting games. There we go. No. There we go. Nope. Oh. Alright, so showed off the arcade mode. What we're going to do next is we're going to go over to the story mode, because, but before we do that, I'm not actually going to play, I might actually play the other mode real quick. So, there's Team Battle. So this sort of works like Squad Strike in Smash Bros, where you select a certain number of fighters, and any time you lose with that fighter, you use the next fighter. So rather than go 2 rounds, instead of 2 rounds, it's the next fighter instead. But if you go over to... And then extras, it's just... So this is literally, rather than go to the story mode, if you unlocked weapons, you can play the other modes with said weapons, which is what I'm going to do. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm on the right setting for this. Yeah, extra survival. Yes, okay. Now I'm going to go to Link. And then this is where you can use the weapons you've acquired. So the ones I have for Link so far are Mirror Shield, reflects attacks but may cause Link to lose balance. So this is basically makes you lighter, but you can repel attacks. This is good for attacking, but it's a glass cannon. This is the one I was talking about earlier with longer reach and stuff like that. And then recovers health and increases defense. That's the one that doesn't actually, it doesn't say this, but it does less damage. Short reach, but hitting someone with this like 2 or 3 times, they're done. So I'm gonna use the Bigoron sword as my personal favorite weapon, other than the healing and the hammer, which are just below it. But you'll see how this sort of affects things. Like, notice my health bars slowly decrease, but how much more range I actually have. The danger to this weapon is that in this mode in particular, it's one of the worst to use, because unless you finish a fight quick with it, it's not really a good idea to have it. But, because it does self-damage, but if you're good at finishing a fight in the earlier half of the health bar, you'll regen more health than you lose with it. And it counters Keelik and other fighters who have fighters with huge range, like so. I'll do that one. Oh, I'll do this. No, okay. But yeah. So now that I sort of through that round, I can now do the next showcase because it's better than lose or win than it is to like quit a fight. But you know, we did the arcade for like 5 minutes, so I quit that. So I'm going to reopen, and we're going to go over to extras, extra survival, standard, and we're going to use the healing weapon on him. See how far we can get now. Oh, I forgot this guy's a thing. Hello. Oh boy, I am not doing so hot today. There we go. Fix that. So a few things you can do when you're doing 2-player mode is you can actually select how high you want your health to be. Currently, this in every other mode, it's normally 100 health is the percent. But you can actually go up to 200 or unlimited, and the only way you can win an unlimited fight is to do a combo continuously until they're at the ledge, because they don't take damage. And you can throw them off the ledge, like that, if they're at a ledge. But of course that guy's not at a ledge. You can throw him again now. Let me get you quick. That's where the bigger on sword's better. Specifically against fighters like that guy. But I actually did lose that fight. That one I legitimately lost. But yeah, if you're doing 2-player mode, you can do a bunch of crazy stuff. If you really want to, and you really want to flex, you can get sweaty with your best character, mine being Link and Mitsurugi, and you can go as low as like half health, or if you really want to, 5%, which I don't know how low 5% is when you compare it to 100%. If that's like a quarter of a quarter, so that is 1/25 of a health max. You can do that, and they can go up to max, or they can go up to unlimited. And it is doable. What you do is you just don't get hit that much, and with Link you just do his combos that trade in, like, you know, a few of those. You get them up to the corner, and then after that, you lead them to the corner, and you either hit them with a heavy so they fall off, or you you know, throw them off. This is this campaign mode where there's like specific circumstances to each fight and stuff like that, and that's how that works. This is where you unlock all the weapons. That's why it's called Weapons Master, because you unlock the weapons here. So, if you go over, which one do I want to do? I'm going to go to Mizar. So, there's also dungeons, and these ones, dungeon is where you explore an area and do a series of fights to whatnot. So, like, if you can't read that, what that says is the timer increases with each opponent you beat. And so you want to beat all the opponents in a reasonable time, so you can not run out of time. Oh yeah, I'm screwed. I'm gonna only get 20 seconds this game. Oh, I know it's 5 seconds back for each fighter, so I get 10 seconds for this too. Oh no, I get 20 seconds. That's right. Because it starts off at 15 at the lowest, and gives you the extra 5 you got from the last game. That game, I lost. But yeah, so that's one of the circumstances you can be thrown in. You will lose a lot in the campaign. It's not actually very easy. It's actually pretty hard. If you haven't played the game in a while, or you're new to the game, it's still hard even when you have played the game. Let's see what this one has. Neither you or your enemy can guard against attack. So this one basically makes it where you can't guard. You have... Oh, this is what I was talking about earlier. You have to throw them against the wall to do damage. But yeah, that's that. I can play more characters in a later video, or you can look up this game and find other fighters if you're interested. But yeah, this is a really cool game. It's a fighting game that I say anybody and everybody should play. Because it's not like Mortal Kombat where it's only lateral and stuff like that and can't escape stuff. This is very dynamic, and it plays as well as a modern fighting game should play. It has the good elements of Tekken where you can sidestep and all this stuff, but it's not technical and it's not super hard to play. This game is very welcoming to casuals and advanced players alike, unlike Mortal Kombat and Tekken. And then there is Street Fighter, which everybody took elements from that game, but this game has a lot of fighting elements in it because it's a fighting game series. That's actually just as old as Mortal Kombat is, and Street Fighter, well, not just as old, but pretty close to their age. Stuff like that. But this is a good game, and it's a game that's worth playing. And I'm going to play more of it on this channel from time to time. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the gameplay. Have a wonderful day.